And a good Monday, everybody. Welcome into Chasing Big Joe 1025 The Game. He is Big Joe Dubin. I'm Chase McCabe. Dr. Crane, Nick Frazier on the ones and twos. Hope you're having a great start to your day. Now as we move into the lunchtime hour. Jojo, what's up?
What's going on, man? Super Bowl Sunday is, look, I'm in like serious, some deep voice. I sound like Wolfman Jack. Man, you know what? Super Bowl's over. I need a break from football.
Yeah, I do. I do too.
I need it.
It sucks that we go through a playoff and a college football playoff and an end of the regular season for both and have these great football games only to have the Super Bowl just not be very good.
See, I didn't mind it.
I mean, it just, I don't know. It was a defensive game, which is fine. But Seattle did what you said they were going to do.
Just a better team.
Yeah.
Top to bottom. And that defense, very underrated. You know, we had Jonathan Hutton on Friday, and what did he say that everybody out there is talking about what? Do you remember?
No.
Vrabel.
Yeah.
He goes, nobody's talking about Seattle.
Yep.
Nobody's talking about their head coach. Nobody's talking about Sam Darnold. It's all Vrabel. And then Seattle went out and put the game away. I mean, it was just a pretty good defensive effort. New England was going nowhere, and they got the job done. That's a hell of a team. And that's a hell of a team. I think I saw the odds. Them and the Rams are like 3-1 to come back next year and get it done again. So that team's built. That Seahawks team is built. That's a great team. Good defense, good coach, good everything. And then they Super Bowl champions, man. I'd be shocked if they're not back next year.
Oh, I think they could be. I mean, I think this is like the new Legion of Boom, maybe even better. But I mean,
they like to hit. God, I love to see that. That's why I like it. I like to getting your. Well, I was going to use a term we use in high school that a coach used. I'm not going to use it on the air, but I mean, they like to hit, man. I like it.
And kudos to Sam Darnold. I mean, he did his job. He did what he needed to do. You know, the numbers are modest: 19 of 38, 202, 1 touchdown. He was only sacked 1 time.
Yeah.
So kudos to his offensive line. The numbers don't blow you away, but he did enough to keep his team in the game. Now, what won that game for them? There were 2 major elements that won that game, and if you were an old school football fan, you were happy today.
Field goals?
No. They ran the ball,
right,
and they played good defense.
And
yes, field goals.
Yeah.
But
I thought the field goal kicker was going to be the MVP.
Yeah, and I mean, you could made an argument, but 27 carries for 135 yards by Kenneth Walker. I mean, that's their offense for that game.
Should have been 28 carries for 185 yards.
Yeah, no, there wasn't a hold. I didn't think there was a hold.
Hell no, it's not a hold. That was a over-under hold.
Yeah.
That would have beaten the over-under had he gone all the way.
Yeah, you're right.
What got me about that, I mean, he was even in the end zone. He was like at the 25. And Tariq was like, there's a flag.
Yeah.
Like, that's a quick call.
Yeah.
Right? You usually get to the end zone like, there's a flag. And that's like, okay, what's going on here, man?
That's one of those, you know, the joke is there's a hold every day, you know, on every play.
Yeah.
I mean, and they just decided to call that one, I guess.
No, I mean, it's hard to argue back and forth, but a lot of times that call is gone. But congrats to them. And then they, again, they're loaded for next year.
Yep.
And it'll be fun to see what happens.
Patriots, I think, will be back. I mean, that's a good team. I think you saw they had 2 rookies on the left side of the offensive line. You saw a second-year quarterback that was seeing ghosts. I think he got very much in his head, and that's a kudos to Seattle and the smothering defense that they had.
Yeah, that's a good point. There was no separation from the receivers down the field.
No.
That's what I liked. I like watching a defense just control every aspect of the game, and they did. And so they win, and Super Bowl number 2. Now, New England has lost more Super Bowls than anybody else ever.
Yeah, you're right. But they've been in more, too.
That's right.
So, I thought Seattle did a tremendous job taking Diggs out of the game. He had 3 catches and 3 targets in the whole game. The fact that Mac Hollins was the leading receiver, that should tell you everything you need to know.
Oh, yeah. Smart. You take the best player out.
They took Hunter Henry and Stephon Diggs out of the game.
Yes.
And Boutte as well. you had Matt Collins, Demario Douglas, and Ramondre Stevenson as the leading receivers.
And that's not
that
who
wasn't
you want
much.
doing that. Right.
Yeah. They couldn't run the ball.
I
they
think
had 79 yards with 3 different guys.
Well, they're going to have to get tougher. I mean, they had a nice little run through the playoff, but again, they scored less and less points in each playoff game. Of course, the competition got better, but they're going to have to do some work and see what happens if they get back that way.
And look, I still think Mike Vrabel's a good coach. He's now gotten his team there. We'll see. We've talked about this with Jeff Fisher. Of once you get there and you lose, you think, oh, we'll be back. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. But I still think, they got a good team. But here's the other thing that both Seattle and New England have to remind themselves of. There's going to be other teams that are going to be back.
Yeah.
What's Baltimore going to be now that they got a new coach in a new direction? Kansas City, all right, they were out this year. Something tells me they're going to get up off the mat. They're going to be back.
Right.
I think the Rams are going to be back.
Yeah, I mean, the usual suspects are coming back. And
then who are going to be who's going to be Denver? Like the teams that, we didn't see them coming. What's Pittsburgh going to be? There's Rodgers and McCarthy have been talking about Rodgers coming back.
If you're the AFC North, you want Rodgers to come back.
Oh, yeah.
Because he ain't.
I'll tell you another team that I think everybody needs to pay attention to, that they make a couple of tweaks here and there. They're going to be pretty damn good. Chicago. I think the Bears are right there. They got the right coach. I think they got the right quarterback.
Yeah.
You put more on that defense.
Problem is you got the Rams, you got the Seahawks, you got the Packers. I mean, there's some good competition for them.
But that's how it should be. But I think, again, it shows you how close it all is, that one little move here or there can be the difference.
You get it done, yeah.
So same in the AFC. I mean, I think, and we'll talk about this, and we'll have a whole offseason to talk about this. Titans fans are going to be look at the Patriots. Like, we're in the same position they were. $100 million in cap space, 4th overall pick, got a young quarterback to build around, and a head coach that didn't put up with any BS, and a smart offensive coordinator.
You're right. It's all there for him.
Yeah. So those pieces are there. Now, what they do with them, we'll see. Again, we're going to have a whole offseason. I'm not saying, and I don't want anyone to take it that I'm saying this, I'm not saying they're going to be the Patriots next year.
Then what are you saying, buddy?
I'm just saying I think Titans fans are going to look at this as there's a lot of hope with this team.
Well, I mean, hell, there better be, because it's otherwise you're thinking, oh, God, another 3-win season? I don't want to put up with this nonsense.
So it's just it's going to be interesting. That is for sure. With that, JoJo, what is our question of the day?
So the Super Bowl is now over. Our question today is, what's the next big thing you're looking forward to? Personal, professionally, sports world, what is it? What's the next big thing you're looking forward to? The Super Bowl was always on our calendar. Now that it's over, what's the next big thing in your life? It could be personal. It could be sports-wise. The next big thing in your life you're looking forward to. You know what I'm looking forward to?
Mm-hmm.
The SEC tournament.
Yeah, me too.
Because it's Tuesday through Sunday. It's fun. It's downtown Nashville. Bridgestone does a great job embracing all that. It's packed. It's really cool. Tickets aren't that expensive for individual days. It's fun.
Saturday night, watched for about 4 hours basketball. I watched a little bit of the NBA. I watched Tennessee, Kentucky from start to finish. I watched the end of Duke, Carolina, which was fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
I watched some of BYU, Houston, which was after Tennessee, Kentucky. And I got into it. I was like, man, this is some good ball. I even watched a little bit of the Lakers. That I had the split screen going, and they were playing.
That Tennessee, Kentucky game was pretty good.
But Tennessee did exactly what I thought they were going to do. They can't finish.
They blew it.
They totally blew it. They ran out of gas. And Kentucky played rope-a-dope with them and came back and won.
Yeah, I listened to the first half, and I was like,
Kentucky's going to be a problem.
Tennessee's got this. They're going to win this game. They're up and rough. It's the big win. They got this. They're going to, what happened 2 weeks ago is going to put in the back of their mind. Nobody cares about that now. And then I was like, what in the world? and Kentucky comes back and wins.
I don't think Mark Pope is a better coach than Rick Barnes, like overall right now, but I think he was Saturday night.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, it's funny. Years ago when I was in TV, they did a thing about coverage, and it was Titans were number 1, Tennessee football number 2, and it was like, well, Vanderbilt. Blah, blah. I was like, no, because they did like this little research thing. It was Titans, Tennessee football, followed by Alabama football, followed by Kentucky basketball.
Yep.
And then it was like the Preds, everybody else was in another room. So it's just how people still, Kentucky basketball is still very, very important around this area.
It is. Question of the day is presented by Aries Tactical. Your safety, your skill, your Aries Tactical. First-time shooters, shoot for free. Just tell them that I, Chase McCabe, sent you. Check them out at ariestactical.com, and you can weigh in on our question of the day. The next big thing you're looking forward to, 615-737-1025, our phone and text line driven by WilsonCountyHyundai.com. I'm looking forward to a nap this afternoon, but
really?
No, I'm with you on the SEC tournament. Because I listened to the Vanderbilt Oklahoma game, and I was pissed at Vandy because, that's the thing. Like you play a better first half, and that's what Mark Byington would say. You play a better first half, it's probably a different outcome. But they were down 21 points.
Yeah,
come back and lose by 1.
To Oklahoma.
Who's
not very good.
No, that was one you want to have back. But SEC basketball, college basketball in general, is a lot of fun right now. So I would say that. I mean, the obvious one for me is Sunday, Daytona 500. NASCAR. I think I'm going to be very curious to see where NASCAR is now. The lawsuit's behind them. It's a new day. You're going to see, more of Ben Kennedy, who's
that?
Bill Francis' grandson. He is taking more of a front-facing role, as he should. I think he's a smart guy. Steve O'Donnell, who I'm a very big fan of as the NASCAR president, is going to take more of a front-facing role. I think NASCAR has an opportunity to be back. And they've showed progress in that the last few years, but there's been a lot of stuff that was behind the scenes and hurt feelings, and team owners wanted to be more involved, drivers wanted to be more involved, and now I think they're going to have that. And so they have the opportunity to do some good things, and it starts Sunday with the Daytona 500 and getting more faces on the sport. And also, I think one thing that's crazy to think about is I guess a week from tomorrow will be 25 years since we lost Dale Earnhardt, and how much the sport has changed.
25 years.
In that 25 years. Fox is doing a documentary called We've Lost Dale Earnhardt 25 years since the 2001 Daytona 500. So it's crazy to see. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. Sunday I plan to sit in front of my TV and watch every lap.
Can we not have a rain out?
I hope not. The weather's looking good.
God,
I mean, you got your usual, it's Florida, you got your usual 20% chance of rain and stuff, but I still think they should run it at night, Sunday night. Next year everything's pushed back because Labor Day's later, so the Super Bowl actually would be President's Day weekend, and the 500 is the next week. But somebody asked me, I guess it was last night, should NASCAR run the Daytona 500 Saturday night of Super Bowl weekend? I'm not opposed to it, but I think, again, it takes away.
You're right.
From them.
It's fine. I mean, just keep it where it is. It's fine.
I agree.
Everybody likes it.
I mean, even if you ran it, you drop the green flag noon Sunday and the Super Bowl's that afternoon, like,
no,
I wouldn't do it that way.
Yeah.
Because, again, you're taking away from. I mean, I watched 5 hours of pregame. Right. Because they had cool interviews, and like Tirico had flown back from Italy, and he's, a part of it.
Yeah. No, I like it being, it's another weekend when we get to do something.
Yeah.
I don't mind.
I agree.
Hey, tomorrow, guys, the Chase and Big Joe show is back on the road, going live from Flower Express in Rivergate, 1837 Gallatin Pike. Guys, listen, Valentine's Day is this Saturday, so don't be in the doghouse. And forget, let's get those roses out early
I'm on
and
it.
Be a hero. Stop by Flower Express Rivergate tomorrow, noon to 3. We'll be out there, 1837 Gallatin Pike. We will have a blast. The website, flowerexpress.biz. Stop by and see us tomorrow. We have a lot of fun. Noon to 3, Flower Express in Rivergate.
We'll have more coming, Chasing Big Joe, including what is the next big thing you're looking forward to here on 102.5 The Game. Well, Vince Gill. Well done, Dr. Crane.
You asked a great question. Great trivia
I
question.
finally got one.
Who was the first person to say I'm going to Disney World? Don't tell the audience.
Or Disneyland.
Disney.
Disney World
Both.
or Disneyland.
Yes. Yep.
Because Disney has released the new commercial with Kenneth Walker and Sam Darnold. And it's what are you going to do now? And both of them are on the stage saying, I'm going to Disneyland. And I asked you, I said, who was the first to do that? And you have the answer.
This guy was paid $75,000, and the other guy was also going to be paid $75,000 if his team won. But this guy's team won, and they've got paid $75,000. So yeah, I forgot all about that.
So who was it?
Well, let's see if I can guess it on the text.
You want to? I tell you what. Whoever gets it will win a 4-pack of tickets to TNA Wrestling at the Pinnacle for Saturday night, which is the taping of Thursday Night Impact.
Get it? I like it.
So if you answer this question and tell Dr. Crane, 615-737-1025, you'll win a 4-pack of tickets to TNA Wrestling at the Pinnacle, Thursday Night Impact, which is being taped Saturday night, February 14th.
And here's your clue. Sean Henry, you're not eligible. Don't call in.
Okay. All right. So it's who you thought it was.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, first caller to get that will win wrestling tickets.
Isn't it funny how that kind of took over when this person did it, and it became a huge thing after that? So simple of a marketing campaign that just took off.
So check this out. Schefter put this out about 5 hours ago. Led by Sam Darnold, the Seahawks became the first Super Bowl champion to ever go an entire postseason without committing a turnover. What makes it even more impressive is that Seattle finished the regular season with 28 turnovers, second most in the NFL behind only the Vikings with 30.
Pretty
crazy?
Good. Yeah. I mean, it's smart football. Remember his game last year when he's with the Vikings, he played terrible.
Yeah.
In the wild card game. So yeah.
And the free agent tampering window in the NFL will open 1 month from today. So that $100 million that the Titans have,
right,
they can start using it in 1 month.
I think Saleh will grab. I think Juwan Jennings will come here
potentially. I think there's three. Who's the one?
I think they're rebuilding that defense. I think that, to me, if I'm the Titans, I start your Saleh.
Franklin Myers is one that I think he could go after. That was with the Jets. That was really good with him. Was it Jonathan? He's a defensive. I think he's a D end.
I don't have to look it up.
I'll look it up in a second. But there was another receiver. So I'm with you. I'd be fine with Jennings. I think Pickens stays in Dallas because I think they're going to tag him.
Yep.
I like Romeo Doubs from Green Bay. I think Mike Evans is too old.
Mm-hmm.
I like Juwan. Alec Pierce. I think they go after Alec Pierce because you take him from Indy.
Okay, good. Yeah, all right. And I again draft. Ruben
I don't
Bain.
think he's a number one, but I think he's more of a number one than Alec Almaner or DK.
Mm-hmm.
You put them with him, and I would still bring in Juwan Jennings or and
there's
draft
nothing wrong
someone.
with that. They got all the money to do this, but I think after seeing the run, the playoffs, and who Saleh is, how that defense just sets the tone. I give me Bain, get sweat off his ass, get in shape, become tough. You got Jeffrey there, find somebody on the other side. I'm telling you, man, rebuild that defense and then just go and then plug and play with some stuff for the offense there. But I mean, watch that Seattle defense last night. It was something else, man. Headhunters, guys that just left a hit. It was fun watching that last night.
Do we have a winner, Dr. Crane?
Jason, big
Jason
lucky
won?
winner.
Big Jason.
And the answer was
Phil Simms.
Phil Simms.
After Super Bowl 20. They went to him. They went to John Elway and said, all right, if you win, here's what's going to happen. And they did one take on the field, and Phil Simms got $75,000 40 years ago. Well, 39
So
years
I'm
ago.
disappointed because I thought it was more natural. I thought it was like he just said, I'm going to Disneyland. I didn't realize that they paid him to do it. That takes the fun away.
No. You think you'd do it for free? These
No.
are athletes. They don't do anything for free. Magic Johnson did it after the NBA Finals in 87. Frank Viola from the Minnesota Twins did it.
Nice.
Doug Williams did it the next year, and then it went on and on and on. Miss America, Gretchen Carlson did it after she said, I'm going to go to Disneyland. So on and on and on. Random people that have done this, Joe Dumars, after the 1989 NBA Finals, said it. Michael Jordan, after the 91 final, said it. Troy Aikman, said it. Here's a cool one. Patrick Waugh,
Yep.
after the Canadians won the Stanley Cup, said, I'm going to Disneyland. And your boy Jeff Gordon said it in 1993
He did.
after he won the Brickyard 400.
I think Al Bundy said it too. I think it was referenced in an episode of Married with Children and Ed O'Neill or Al Bundy.
Yeah, I don't see him on this, but this is just athlete list. Nancy Kerrigan said it, that I'm going to Disneyland, Disney World. Where would you, if you could, somebody came to you after the show and said, Chase, I'll pay you $15,000. Where are you going to say you're going?
Um,
I'm going where? What would a place that would pay you 15 grand around here? I'm going to.
well, it has to be in Nashville
I don't know. I mean, it's kind of.
because I was gonna just throw out like, I'm going to Circa Las Vegas.
Hell yeah. Right? We'll pay
If
you
you're
75
listening.
grand, right? All right, what about Middle Tennessee based?
Middle Tennessee based.
I'm going to.
If they were smart, the Loveless Cafe, because they got a little something they could use there with some history.
What's that?
That my family owned it for 30 years.
Okay.
So, yeah,
I'm going to Loveless Cafe.
yeah, why not? I don't think they need my help.
No,
That's the
probably
problem.
not.
That's the problem.
Like, yeah, we're good. You know Vince Gill, by the way? Can you get Vince to call in? We'll do that.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know.
That's an
That's a good
interesting question.
question.
Yeah. Because it's go either way. Like, who would you pay to have say, I'm going to your business around? I mean, that's my goodness. Well, I wouldn't pay 75 grand to have Phil Simms say it, but that was back then.
I am going to throw out some free agent names for Big Joe to tell me yay or nay
All right.
for the Tennessee Titans.
You got this.
We're going to do this a lot,
right.
probably.
That's fine.
But we'll go ahead and do that. Coming up next, Chasing Big Joe on this Monday, 102.5 The Game.
All right, guys, Big Joe here. Look, we spend a lot of time, as we tell you all the time on our show, talk about mental health, and I need you to reach out. If you're going through anything, I need you to go to therapy. I need you to reach out and talk about your problems. The beauty of this is once you talk about this, it's in the open. You'll feel so much better. Trust me on this. And we got a great partner with this as well. Unity Psychiatric Care. Here's all you got to do. Just go to our website, theGameNashville.com. Click on the Chasing Big Joe show. There on the right-hand side, you'll see all the information you need for Unity Psychiatric Care. I mean, so many of you guys have reached out to us. Please keep doing that because we know you want to be here. We care about you and we love you guys. Again, just go to the website, theGameNashville.com, and click on the Chasing Big Joe show. Again, all the information you need for Unity Psychiatric Care is there. Listen, it's private, it's secure, it's confidential, and they offer telehealth. You don't have to go anywhere. You sit right there in front of your computer and talk to somebody who cares about you, who loves you and wants to see you better. And again, if you've got a loved one who's going through something and you're worried about them, again, you can be part of this too as well, part of their journey to get them better. Let's go to theGameNashville.com, click on the Chasing Big Joe show, and there is all the information you need for Unity Psychiatric Care. Try it one time. I'm asking you, just go one time to do it. Sometimes your day's long, the journey's rough, but know that we're here for you, and you got hope. And the best thing is, know this, you don't have to go through any of this alone.
Chasing Big Joe, 102.5, the game here on this Monday. So it's never too early to look at free agency, which the tampering period begins 1 month from today. And as a texter said, that made me laugh, and I've lost it. But one texter did say, let's be honest. Yeah, some people are losing it these days. But a texter basically said, let's be honest, the tampering period started at about midnight last night.
Right, no doubt.
That's probably very true. So free agency with the Titans, what do they need to do? They got a ton of cap space to work with. Plus, you got the 4th overall pick. You and I, and Dr. Crane, I don't know where you are on this, but with the 4th overall pick, we're on the Ruben Bain bandwagon. I think Dr. Crane's with us on that. So we are all about Ruben Bain, taking him 4th overall, to help with pass rush. So that leaves receiver. I've had seen people throw out Wan'Dale Robinson because of the connections to Brian Daboll, played with the Giants. I think he's a very nice receiver, so would not hate that move whatsoever. But they got to address receiver. And if they got somebody like a Robinson and a Jawan Jennings, I would be totally fine with that.
So explain what about Calvin Ridley? What if they comes back and say, we've got this money tied up in Calvin Ridley. You're our number one. Play like a number one. Would you be happy with only Calvin Ridley? You're already paying him money.
No. Unless he agreed to take a major restructure.
I'm not.
Cut.
I'm Calvin Ridley. I'm not doing that.
Then you're going to get cut.
All right. Pay me my money. Thank you for everything.
Yep. That's
okay.
Move on. I'm fine with it. In this article on ESPN says Calvin Ridley will likely be a cap casualty.
All right. Take care of yourself. Then you got to get that and plug in the guy. Let Dayball be a part of that. Bring in that wide receiver. And, have Cam. Look, I got no problem with Cam Ward being part of this. Yeah. I got no problem talking to him. Bring him in. And what's the thing? When they bring these guys in, they put plays on the board. Like, what do you do here? What do you do there? And some of the guys blow the coaches away because they're really smart and intelligent about what the plays they want to do and what they do on certain plays, which is great. But you can't overpay for a couple of guys. I mean, you got to just get one guy, right? Just get him in here.
I agree. Here's the other thing too. Before we even get to free agency, I think they need to re-sign Chig Okonkwo, and I wasn't on that bandwagon, 2 months ago.
How much does Dayball's offense require the tight end to block? He's a terrible blocker.
Yeah, I don't know.
Terrible.
I don't know. That's a good question.
We underestimated was Jonnu Smith.
I agree.
Really underestimated him when he was here.
It was really good.
Where's he now? Steelers?
Yes.
Yeah, I think he followed Art. Maybe he'll go to Ohio State with Art Smith.
Does he have eligibility left?
Well, I guess he'll sue for it and get in, which is a whole nother discussion we do.
We'll talk about that.
But you called that. By the way, I'll give you credit on that because you said.
I'm telling you, man.
I was like, you're stupid for that. And Chase had said, what happens when these guys in the pros want to go back to college? And I was like, oh, that's stupid talk.
Well, here's the fight. We had, and look, I don't mean this bad towards him, but Walt came on and Walt was like, yeah, I don't think that'll ever happen. And I looked at you and I'm like, y'all just wait and see.
Right. And that dude at Alabama's, and there's some guy at BYU or out west who's coming back to do this. I mean, it's insanity. But anyway, go back to the Titans there. But I like you get one guy who come in and really move the team forward, push it down the field. I'm fine with that.
So I saw this on A to Z Sports that connections to Robert Saleh. These are free agents that could have connections to Robert Saleh. So you say yay or nay. Running back Breece Hall, previously with the Jets.
No, I'm not big on the running backs.
Okay.
I'm really not, because you got the three. You got Spears, you got Pollard, you got.
I don't think running back needs to be a priority.
Right.
And so if you take care of what you need to take care of and you circle back around, then okay.
Yes.
But I agree with you on there. Guard Elijah Vera Tucker. He's 27. He was with the Jets.
I don't know. What's the dude? Jackson
Slater.
Yeah, from Sacramento State.
I don't think he's ready.
I mean, he's a fifth rounder. You had a whole year in the program. You had 4 years at Sacramento State. You had a nickname, the the Mauler or whatever it
Yeah.
is. See what you can do. But I wouldn't pay over a lot of money for a guard.
Yep. Here's who I was bringing up earlier. Defensive tackle John Franklin Myers. He's 29. He was with the Broncos last year, but played for Saleh from 21 to 23 with the Jets.
I like him. He's got 3 names. Serial killer. Maybe he could do that on the field. I have no problem with that.
This young man, I know what you're going to say. 28 years old from the University of Tennessee, Jawan Jennings.
Bring him on.
Bring him home.
Bring him on. I mean, everybody's raved about his work ethic out in San Francisco. I'm all for that.
This one I not only say no to, but I say hell no. Debo Samuel.
No. You had one earlier, man, that I really like. Alec Pierce.
I like Alec Pierce
because
if he hits free agency, you're gonna
you're taking away from the Colts, man. I like this.
I'm not convinced he's gonna hit free agency, but I would definitely take him. Guard John Simpson, He's 20. He's 29.
Oh yeah,
playing for Saleh with the Jets.
Yeah, I mean, if there's some familiarity.
Yeah,
there,
I don't expect you to know that much about this.
No, that's fine, but I don't mind. And I go back to 2006 when Floyd Reese, I think, did the best thing ever. He brought in David Thornton, Chris Hope, and Kevin Mawai.
Yep.
To reset the culture in the locker room. Those were the big 3.
Yeah.
Thornton, Chris Hope, Kevin Mawai. He had Vanden Bosch the year before in 2005. Those guys reset the culture. And they were 06, they went 8-8, 07 playoffs, 08 with the number 1 seed. So I like culture setters. And this guy can set a culture inside that locker room all day.
Here's a few others just quickly. Again, these are connections to Robert Saleh, either with the Jets or the 49ers. Linebacker Quincy Williams, he's 30. He's probably cheap. He played for Saleh 21 to 24 with the Jets. Sheldon Rankins was a defensive tackle, was with the Jets 21 and 22, most recently with the Texans. He's 32, though. Still good, but, a little bit older. Kendrick Bourne was with the 49ers a couple of different times with Saleh. Cheap receiving option at 31 years old. I am curious on this one. Brian Robinson Jr.
running back
with the 49ers last year, got traded from Washington. He's 27. He's coming off the rookie contract, so he'll be due a raise. But if you're not completely sold on the running back room, and again, this is one of those you have other priorities, but I wouldn't say no for a cheap price.
I am all about playmakers.
Yeah.
I'm all about playmakers. So if he's the right price, again, it's running back though. So I'm not really. I mean, what do you do with the Musings guy, right? The running back they got drafted last year, Khalil
Mullins.
Musings.
Where did you get musings from?
Because I like when I'm on the internet, I'm musing around. I'm like,
he has a muse.
Yes, I'm like Mullins.
His name is
Khalil,
yes.
Right? So he's got some
Khalil.
Superman qualities about him.
He does.
So why don't we just go with those 3 guys?
Yeah,
Don't bring in
we
somebody
could.
else. I don't know. I just look, they're there for a reason. There's one guy you haven't brought up that I'm interested to see if you bring him up.
That has a connection to Saleh?
That has a connection to Middle Tennessee.
Okay. I'll get there. Guard Greg Van Rotten sounds like he was in a rock band.
Greg Van Rotten?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
He's 36. He was with the Giants.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, he's too
36.
old.
We're good.
Jordan Elliott, defensive tackle. He's 28, was with the Niners. I do think he should bring in somebody that knows his defense. I'd be okay signing one or two, especially in the secondary. Like Tony Adams as a safety was with the Jets. Bring in somebody that knows that defense. Jimmy Ward, Hassan Reddick,
Jason Pinnock. He was a safety
with
the Niners and also with the Jets
Yeah.
under Saleh.
Okay, who's the one that you
cornerback
with Middle Tennessee?
New Orleans Saints.
Oh, from Tennessee, Lante Taylor.
Uh-huh.
I love him.
I wouldn't mind it. You got to shore that. I'm
Love
telling you, man,
him.
they're going to shore up that defense. They're going to
Yeah.
get one playmaker on free agent. I think they get a receiver, but then I think we're going to build this defense. And you spend money on defense, not some nonsense. I know they traded for Snead, was terrible, but get some guys that can come in here and really look at that guy. I like being here. I like what's going on, and be aggressive. I think Taylor be great.
By the way, the Super Bowl MVP is scheduled to be a free agent as well. Kenneth Walker.
You're keeping him. Well, they got Zach Charbonnet too, so
I think both are free agents. So I don't know. I mean, do you tag him?
I don't know.
I wouldn't tag a running back.
I would keep that defense intact.
Yeah.
I'd keep that defense all together. But Alontae Taylor, I don't mind. I think
I would take Alontae Taylor. I love Alontae Taylor.
And look, he's been in that NFC South where he had to go against Baker Mayfield, Bryce Young. I mean, there's a lot of offenses that have thrown the ball quite a bit down there. So I think he'd be good. Coffee County boy coming home.
1137 says, given the Titans' track record for getting past their prime wide receivers, why not bring in OBJ, Antonio Brown, and Tyreek Hill just for bleeps and giggles? I'm certain that half the fan base would giggle until they bleep.
I think solid. There's going to be no nonsense now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be, all right, we're going to win games. You don't want to be here? Take it. No more daycare, summer camps, none of that.
Yeah.
So get guys who I want aggressive guys.
You know who is pumped up for
Hans and Franz?
Hans, who is pumped up for this new era is Jeffrey Simmons. Every interview I've heard him do is like Saleh is his type of guy.
Good.
And the fact that he has said over and over again is like, Vrabel, you knew from day one. Saleh, you know from day one. We didn't really know that with Callahan.
Right.
You know?
It's just a disaster hire.
Has
anybody hired him? Bryan?
No, I don't think so.
Bill got hired in Atlanta as an offensive line coach.
And look, I think Brian seems like a nice enough guy. He just wasn't a head coach.
No, but
that's okay.
I think this team's got to figure out the tackle position. Dan Moore is, and J.C. Latham you got to work with them. He's got to get just quicker. I mean, I know he dropped a bunch of weight, man, but seeing some of these guys in the NFL just abuse him.
Answer this when we come back. Your just evaluation, what you know about football. Was JC better at left or right? Answer that when we come back. We'll talk about that more next. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Oh, that's great. Good job. Little Johnny Cash. You know this one?
I do not.
Yeah, it's a funny song. So I ask you this, Joe Dubin, Chasing Big Joe, 1025 The Game. Do you think that J.C. Latham was better on the left side or the right side?
My answer is neither.
Okay.
I think he was equally as bad on both sides.
I think that's fair assessment.
There were some good moments where he looked good on the left side and on the right side, but against elite guys, he looked terrible. And I get it. You're not elite guys are elite for a reason. I understand that. But when you're not making any sort of progress against elite, then what are we doing? I mean, Max Crosby ate him alive, and other guys ate him alive. So I don't know, man, if he, if you shove him inside to the guard position, I don't know the answer. Maybe you do. Maybe he's a better guard right there, but I just don't think he was good at either side. And again, I mean, you're the number 7 pick in the draft. You got to be at least a lot better than what you are. So I'm thinking he's kind of stuck in neutral.
Yeah. Look, they're going to have to come to, and I think you're going to see that this offseason now that this new regime is truly in place, as Mike Borgonzi goes and evaluates players that were here before he was. And I think the message to Amy is going to be, look, we're going to have to accept that some mistakes were made.
Yeah.
And
right,
you may have to just cut your losses and move on. Like Calvin Ridley. I think the wise thing to do there is probably just to eat it and move on.
Yeah, if he would have just been 75% good, I mean, there'd have been something to get there. But when it came down, remember the only 2 teams that wanted him?
Mm-hmm.
Patriots and the Titans.
Yep.
And he chose here because taxes. I get it, right? I understand all that, man. If he's been
Rand was willing to pay him.
He turned into Edward Scissorhands, and it was like, what are we doing here? So look, I don't know. I'm a big firm believer of building the defense back up. I think Dan Moore needs help. I think if they would just protect Cam, that's what you got to do.
Dan Moore was not a great signing.
No, terrible signing. They just wanted somebody out there.
But you're kind of stuck with him right now. Because, again, you can't spend every offseason rebuilding the offensive line.
No, you can't.
So, I think they need to draft a center. Maybe you sign a center and cut Cushenberry. Or can Cushenberry slide over to the right side? Or find, they got to find a right guard. And then, like you said, if Latham's not the guy, then you got to move on and find the guy.
Somebody said, who would your receiver rather play for, Shedeur Sanders or Cam Ward? And my answer is they're going to go whoever pays them the most money. Yeah. Guys now aren't going to come here like, I don't want to play Cam Ward. I'll take $2 million less. They're going to go play where they get the most money. And that's what you got to deal with right now. That's it.
1137's having fun with the past their prime wide receivers. He says, might as well ask Steve Largent to come out of retirement at this point.
By the way, 1137, Steve Largent was an original draft choice of the Houston Oilers back in the 70s.
Oh, was he?
And they gave up on him.
Oh, that's right. They sure did. McClain's told that story.
Gave up on him, and he ended up being in Seattle and became one of the best receivers of all time. And look, you look at Cooper Kupp, right? Out of college, good receiver. You'd think he would do this. Some of these guys just get lucky. They get lucky with the draft choice, get lucky with these free agents that come in there. And that's what happens. And so you want at some point that the Titans get lucky with some of these guys, get lucky with a lineman who can block, get lucky with a guy who can catch a pass down the field. I think there's a good core of guys that are here with Cam and DK and Io Manor. They're not elite, but they're good players. And so build around them and get going. The ESPN's got the way too early top 32 for next year. Do you see where the Titans come in? 27th.
Yeah. Okay.
Right?
That's probably about right.
And it's like Cam needs help. He needs weapons. He needs people around him. He needs to be protected, rebuild the There's a lot of things to do, but we can sit and talk about it all long. But I think rebuilding the defense, rebuilding that defense could help. And there's players out there you could bring in that could help. Like Jalen Phillips is one.
I like him.
He's destined for Tennessee. Well, then bring him in. Could you imagine
Dean?
Phillips, Simmons, Sweat gets off his ass, gets in shape, and Reuben Bain?
Oh.
Right.
And then see what Oli Fimidejo does in development.
Right. That sounds
I like
good.
Nakobe Dean too, there in the middle.
That sounds good. Sounds good. Then you get Alante Taylor on the backs. You have to spend money.
We had one texter say they think Alante's staying in New Orleans, but
Okay.
but look, you get Taylor. I know Rock Ya-Sin is a name I've seen.
Rock Ya-Sin.
There's there's going to be a lot of corner depth that you can find.
What Borgonzi makes money on evaluating.
What are they going to do with
talent.
Snead?
Find it.
They're going to cut him too, I guess.
Unless he decides to come back and say, I'll play.
I mean, what, for half a season?
I don't know.
And
I
then-
mean, he just, when they sign him, you're like, okay. But I think we talked about this. You remember Snead's got one of the most best plays ever when he knocked the football out of the Ravens guy going for the touchdown in the AFC Championship game. But remember when the talk of him getting traded here, we said on the show and like, all right, why is Kansas City getting rid of him? Right? That's
Yeah.
always the question. Why are they not wanting to sign him?
They're going to cut him because the dead cap hit is 8.1 and his cap hit keeping him is 20 mil.
So I
So
know
you save
nothing
12.
about the cap. I don't really get in all that stuff. I really don't care. Does that $8 million go against $100 million?
It's already there. So basically, 20 million is his cap hit now. Just, you cut him, you take 8 million would go from 20 to 8.
But
If you
how
cut
does
it.
that's not in the $100 million?
No, because it's already there.
So what about Ridley?
It's the same thing.
I'd cut his ass too.
It's whatever. So, all right, hang on. So look at the contract that they have, and Spot Rack does a good job with this. So with Calvin Ridley, his cap hit right now is 26.75 million. If you cut him, the dead cap is 13 million. So you're saving half the contract.
So you owe him $13 million.
You would well, I don't know. You may have to pay. I don't know what the actual cash you owe him.
So confusing.
But again, they
all
don't
this.
care as much about that.
Right.
It's more of, okay, how is it going to affect the cap? This is why the cap is easily manipulated, because you're then taking, so with these two guys, you got basically 46.5 million that is going against the cap with these two guys. If you cut them both, you're then going to have about 20 million going against the cap.
Okay. God, that's
So you save, you're saving 25 million by cutting.
Okay.
So
confused.
you actually get some of that cap space back by doing
So
it.
now they have more than $100 million.
Right.
Joe, the dead money, like the dead cap.
I don't need both of you doing this to
No,
me.
No,
go
just
ahead,
hear me
man.
out. It's basically the guaranteed money from, I guess, signing bonuses, along with the bonuses that you have in your contract for like tackles and stuff. That's the money that's in dead cap. Yeah. thanks,
Okay.
Joe.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Oh, I just want to play football, man. All this other stuff is crazy.
To
Yeah.
play football, you got to have money.
That's right. Got a lot of money, evidently, that's going in there. And Jawan Jennings isn't there like $20 million a year for him that they are projecting out there? You don't like that, Dr. Crane?
He's 31.
Yeah.
He's
Wan'Dale
31 years old.
Yeah, and Wan'Dale Robinson's 25.
Jawan
Same,
ain't 31, is he?
same market value.
Jawan's 31.
I believe so. Yeah.
I don't think
in his
he's
30s.
no.
I'll double check.
He is, I got it right here. Yeah, he's 28.
That's a big difference in 31.
He'll be 29 in July.
Looks like a 31-year-old.
So he'll be
He's a
20,
hell of a
29
player.
in July.
Look, I just sign him for the grit. It's not our money. Sign him for the grit. I'm telling you, during that football game, I forget which game it was towards the end of the season, when the other receiver lined up wrong and Jawan Jennings was yelling at him to get off the line of scrimmage. He lined up wrong. I'm like, that dude cares. And the reports out of San Francisco is that dude cares.
Yeah.
Right?
I think he's grown up.
Give me somebody who cares, who hates losing. I'm tired of these jackasses that come to town who accept losing, who after a game are more concerned about swapping your jersey
Yeah.
and getting it signed than losing. You lost a game. Why are you happy about that? Give me a guy who is pissed off and doesn't like to lose. All the great ones don't like to lose. Gretzky, Brady, Jordan, none of them like to lose. I think Jawan Jennings is that same way, man. I'm tired, just so tired of this well, once the game's over, buddy. No, you lost the game. Be mad.
615-737-1025. We'll have more coming, including
Yeah,
our
we
question
will.
of the day. And also, I want to just throw a little piece of college football news by Big Joe and see what he thinks about it. We'll do that next. Chase and Big Joe, 1025 The Game. Hour number 2, Chasing Big Joe, 102.5, the game on this Monday. Hope you're having a great day so far. It is post-Super Bowl Monday, a reaction Monday, which is brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville. Don't want to spend a ton of time on this, but it caught my attention, and I was like, I need to bring this up to Big Joe to see what he thinks about it. You are familiar with the FCS program, North Dakota State, correct?
Yes.
They have won 10 of the past 15 national championships in that division.
Uh-huh.
They are moving to FBS.
Good.
And joining the Mountain West.
They all
with
should.
Football only, starting next year.
Good.
They will not be eligible for the postseason until 2028.
They'll amend that and they'll be eligible next year. Who was in the Mountain West? It's all switched around so much.
Well,
now.
yeah. That's actually a great question. The Mountain West.
Tennessee Tech left the OVC. They're now in the Southern Conference.
Yeah.
OVC is on its last legs, unfortunately.
Yeah. The Mountain West, starting next year, will be, because they lost a ton of teams. So Boise's leaving, Cal State or Fresno State is leaving, Colorado State's leaving. So they have Air Force, Grand Canyon, Nevada, UNLV, New Mexico, San Jose State, Wyoming, and then now North Dakota State.
Not bad. That's a good little conference. So Grand Canyon, but it's football only, you said?
For North Dakota State?
Yeah.
Yep.
So the Grand Canyon. You know who coaches the basketball team at Grand Canyon?
Bryce Drew.
Bryce Drew does. That's right.
Grand
Canyon's the school where the guy went, where the NBA guy went back. He got the injunction and went back.
No, Baylor. It was Baylor.
Well, Grand Canyon's got a guy too.
Yeah, but the
same guy?
The guy from Baylor never played in the NBA, but played professionally in Europe.
Right.
He was drafted in the NBA, but I don't think he ever played. Maybe the G League. But then he's the one that re-enrolled.
At Grand Canyon?
At Baylor.
Yeah. Well, there's a Grand Canyon guy too.
Well, there's multiple now because, again, like Joey Aguilar and like Diego Pavia, you sue the NCAA and get what you want.
All right. So let me ask you this. All right. So Chris Winkie won the Heisman Trophy in 2000, 28 years old, because he spent the previous 7 or 8 playing minor league baseball. Should that not matter?
You know who one of his teammates was?
You're getting paid.
Minor league baseball?
LaTroy Hawkins.
Yes. Willie Donick.
Oh, okay.
They were in the same organization.
Today's Willie's birthday, by the way.
Is it?
Yeah. Come on, man. Willie Donick's birthday.
Happy birthday, Willie.
Birthday,
Willie.
Willie.
I should know that.
You did know it, right? Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Willie. So is there a problem there with him doing that? So if this guy played in Europe and got money and came back over here, is that okay or not okay when like Dion made a crap ton of money playing for the Yankees in summer ball, right? So you could do one and not the other? Guys do it all the time. Yeah. Who was a receiver at Tennessee? Kelly Washington did the same thing. Hell, he came back to Knoxville. He's like 45 and played. He went to baseball, and then you keep your status over there, but you can come back to college and do it? So what's wrong with that? And this is no good. Same thing, right? You're getting paid.
It's a slippery slope, and they've been on it, and now there's no coming back. Because the NCAA is not going to get off their ass and do what they need to do and make, a ruling.
Well, they don't have subpoena powers.
Yeah.
So they cannot subpoena you to do something. Yeah,
right.
There's not. And that's why.
So you think, again, to reiterate, and look who's on TV at a parade.
He is at a parade. Tim Hasselbeck.
Hey, Timmy.
What parade's that?
Is that in Seattle? Looks like it's Seattle.
That's Disney.
Oh, is it Disney?
You have Cinderella Castle in the background.
Oh, yeah, good point. That's a good point.
Is that Disneyland or World?
I
can't tell. I've only been to
Disneyland. Where is Disneyland?
Outside Los Angeles.
Okay.
Somewhere out in Southern California.
Always remember this. Disneyland has LA in it. Disney World has OR.
That's
It's
true.
Orlando.
Yeah, that's true.
I've been to Disney World once. My daughter was 6. I carried her on my shoulders for 10 hours, never went back. I said, sweetheart, we're not going to go back until you can walk by yourself with me holding your hand the entire time. Matt, what was our question now? About guys? About playing? Yeah. So it's okay to play
guys? Are we talking about guys now?
Is it one? Well, you had Brad Hopkins syndrome. Look at the TV.
I did. Sorry.
Look at the TV. No, I just look. Is that okay? I mean, the guy played in Europe, so he comes back. But it's okay for Chris Winkie to do that. Play baseball and get paid a lot of money. Dion did it. Guys do it all the time.
I'm with you. It's again, but this goes back to the NCAA can't get on the same page with everything. Like different sports have different rules, and in some ways, I don't think they should do that. I mean, you need to decide like what's pro, what's not, what's eligible, how many years of eligibility do you have? Is it 4? Is it 5? Is it 6? Whatever. Does community college or junior college count towards your eligibility? Yes or no? You say it does because obviously, you went through that.
Right. So Chris Winkie graduated high school in 1990, got drafted in Major League Baseball, never made it up, and enrolled in Florida in 1997. He was 25 years old. So he's able to do that because it didn't count against his eligibility in college.
For football.
For football, yeah.
Because he couldn't play baseball at Florida, right?
No, he couldn't. But why is that still okay? Still from professional status to amateur status.
Yeah, I agree. So I can argue the other way of, okay, so, I could do that. I could go play baseball. It doesn't work out. And then come back and play college football. What's to say that, I still have eligibility left. I go to the NFL. It doesn't work out. I want to go back. Right. I go to the NBA. It doesn't work out. I want to go back.
And you can find a lawyer who'll take that case.
Oh, of course, because it's such a hotbed thing right now.
By the way, who did Winkie beat for the Heisman Trophy in 2000?
In 2000, Chris Winkie beat I should know this. Was it another quarterback?
It was. Oh, I like this.
Was it T. Martin?
It was not.
I don't know.
Josh Heupel.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Quarterback from Oklahoma to do that. So, look, you're right. It's a slippery slope, and who knows where it ends, man. But this is just, I don't know. I mean, if you play over there and you come back here and get it done. Now, the guy that was in the G League, right, they went back to Alabama. There's a lot of things.
By the way, did you say Florida? You meant Florida State, right?
About what?
Chris Winkie.
Florida State.
No, you said Florida.
No, I said Florida State. You were too busy yawning. Here's something that'll cheer you up, though, folks. Tomorrow, the Chasing Big Joe Show's back on the road for Tuesday, going live from Flower Express in Rivergate, 1837 Gallatin Pike. Guys, look, Valentine's Day is this Saturday, so don't be the doghouse and forget. Let's get those roses out early and be a hero. Again, the Chasing Big Joe Show tomorrow, Flower Express in Rivergate from noon to 3, 1837 Gallatin Pike. Come by. We'll have a blast. We'll get you taken care of with the roses and everything. Again, their website is flowerexpress.biz. That's the Chasing Big Joe Show tomorrow from Flower Express in Rivergate, noon to 3.
We're looking forward to that.
We are looking forward to that, pal.
Could help me out a little bit. Could be a good thing. Dr. Crane, too. You never know.
Anybody. Just come by and see us tomorrow.
615-737-1025. That's our phone and text line, driven by WilsonCountyHyundai.com. Chase the Big Joe on this Monday, 1025 The Game. Okay.
By the way, they're doing his he's got a birthday concert coming up at Grand Ole Opry, right? A lot of big names are going to be part of this.
Oh, nice.
Ronnie Millsap.
Yeah.
They haven't asked us yet, but I'm still waiting any day.
We're talking.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I mean, it's
it'll be
not official. Yeah, but we'll get it
Yeah.
out there with them being said.
Chase and Big Joe, 1025 The Game, here on this Monday, the Super Bowl in the books, but talking a little bit about college athletics. Big Shark wants to weigh in on that. What's going on?
How you doing, Chasing Big Joe?
Good, man.
And I'm just taking it easy, riding in on the day of work. But I just want to let you guys know, like, I do believe that it's okay for college athletes to be able to transfer over into other sports as far as, like, a football player playing baseball like Deion did. Because you don't get prime time if you don't get them as a, summer league baseball player in college making, that type of money as a college kid. But my thing about the basketball issue is if you go and play professional in any other country, get a professional contract, the NCAA is, it should be over and done with for you because you went pro in the sport that you're trying to be an amateur in again. And I think that's where the ties get crossed and people get things construed. So the two different institutions like the MLB and the NFL or the MLB and the NCAA, they have different language, different governing bodies. So the paperwork is different when it comes to certain things, certain athletes. So I do feel that basketball players that are trying to go to, Europe or the G League, hey, you're professional now. You're up under the NBA, you're up under the NBA's umbrella at this point or any other professional league umbrella. So the amateur status for you, because technically the NCAA still classifies themselves as an amateur organization, wink, wink. But I don't believe that, guys that are going professional in their sport should be able to go back and play college, in any sport. And that's just for everything, baseball, football. You don't see a guy going to, the NFL, being on the practice team and then being able to go back to college, 3 or 4 years later. Doesn't happen. So, they need to clean up in basketball. Basketball has always kind of been a little messy, as you can see with all the different things that have came out in the last coming months, gambling and, whatnot. So, I mean, that's just my take on it. I think, let the guys play, football, baseball in the summer or vice versa, however they want to do it. But as long as they don't cross over into the amateur status for the NCAA and the respective sport they're trying to play when they come back, then I think it's fair game. Let those guys go make that money and, be happy.
All right.
Good
Fair
point.
point. Thanks for the call, Big Shark. Appreciate
Have
it.
a good one, guys.
He's right about that. I mean, I get it, but it's not going to stop now. More people are going to be doing this. They're going to be suing and more litigation happening. It's not going to stop.
No, it's not. Gator Mike wants to weigh in. What's up, Mike? How you doing?
Happy Monday, fellas. Joe, first off, I know you loved that Super Bowl with all the kickers. I know you loved it.
I'm telling you, man, if they would eliminate the kicking and punting, football would be a whole lot better. Especially
Exactly.
Punters are worthless.
Craig Hendrick would be on line one.
That's fine.
That's the case. Yeah, it's all good. Hey, you started off the show, and I texted you, but I am so ready. Like Chase said, I was watching a lot of basketball. Florida's playing great right now, in case you haven't noticed. Number 1 in the SEC, upset Texas A&M. But Chase, I did go back and forth between our game and the Tennessee-Kentucky game. And I flipped over and watched some of the BYU-Houston game like you. So I'm so ready for some SEC tournament, March Madness. It's just that means spring is upon us, and we're that much closer to college football. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm with you. We'll get back there sooner rather than later. Thanks for the call, Mike.
Thanks, fellas.
Yeah. But it's okay to have a little football break.
Dr. Crane and Chase, I need you both on this right here. I got a phone call this morning that Clay, his mother, passed away last night.
Oh, man.
98 years old. So, Clay, we love you. We're thinking about you. We give you a hard time, but we do love you, and our prayers are with you and your family right now on the loss of your dear mother.
Amen to that. Clay's a good man. So we certainly are sorry to hear that.
And then he was
98. That's
98, right?
Hell yeah.
And then he's like, did you see Vanderbilt this weekend? I'm like, no, we're not talking about Vanderbilt. We're going to talk about your mom, man. That's what we're talking. That's why we're here. So
God bless him.
Yeah. Thoughts and prayers with him right there. It's never fun for those that have been through that. So 98, man. Good. Sorry about that, Clay.
Next year will be a first for the Super Bowl. You know what it is?
Oh,
It's in LA.
It's in LA.
SoFi.
I want to bring something up in a minute about the Super Bowl. I don't know.
It will air on ESPN for the first time.
Oh, really?
I think it'll be on ABC too, but
yeah, I think it will.
But it'll be on ESPN for the first time.
So I think Nashville gets the 2030 Super Bowl. I really do.
So they have, because they're up till 28, right? They haven't announced 29.
They have not. So 30 New Orleans missed a deadline on the Superdome hosting it. So they can only redo it in 2031. I don't know if it's 2031 season or the 2030, like February of 2031. But then you got DC coming on with a new stadium, right? I mean, so there's new stadiums that are happening. Nashville's going to be built before that. So next year is LA. 27 is Atlanta. And there's not, was it 28 been announced yet?
Not yet.
So I think it's the 29 season that Nashville gets the Super Bowl. I really do. Because you're going to have to give in to DC. You're going to have to give in to other stadiums that are being built.
All right, so Super Bowl 63 in 2029. Allegiant Stadium is expected to be awarded the 2029 Super Bowl at the league meetings held March 29th through April 1st. Caesar Superdome in New Orleans is thinking that was last year. Yeah. So 29, they're thinking Vegas.
29. So 30 would be Nashville.
Yeah, I think that's.
So you'd have the stadium here 3 or 4 years. There'd be no problem. All the kinks worked out and have it here. Even though it's smaller than what they designed. Right? Like
so
60,
I would
000?
say WrestleMania could be a possibility in 28 or 29.
Yeah.
Because next year is going to Saudi Arabia.
Uh-huh.
And then they haven't said after that. Indy's supposed to get one soon.
I still think Garth Brooks opens the new stadium.
I have a theory. I think it could be Luke Combs. Because if you look at his tour, he's doing a stadium tour. The first leg are predominantly college stadiums. He's playing
next year?
This year, yeah, this summer.
Okay.
He's playing Neyland. He's playing South Bend. He's playing Ohio Stadium. He's playing he's also playing Lambeau. He's doing 2 nights at Lambeau. So that's an NFL stadium. He's playing Vegas at Allegiant, which I guess is technically a college stadium.
So you think he opens the new stadium?
It could line up because there could be a second leg to that tour
right
starting next year that he could open it.
Here's why I say it's Garth Brooks. Who was the only singer at the groundbreaking?
That's a good point.
Who's been front and center for everything they've done. Yeah. I mean, look, you get Garth 3 nights in there, you'll put 60,000 in.
Well, I'm just going to be curious what's the last event at the old one? I still think they won't do it, and I get it's a logistical nightmare. I still think it would be cool to do one night at Old Nissan and close it down, and then the next night at New Nissan and, open it up. But they're not going to do it.
Didn't we figure out, was it George Strait that opened the current stadium?
Yeah. Yep.
And then NSYNC played like
the
second one.
Yeah.
Remember open for NSYNC?
No.
He had one song, the thong song.
Oh, Cisco?
Cisco.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, because we talked about that with Chris.
We did, right?
Let's pause that for a second. I didn't expect him to call in today, but hello, Clay. What's up, buddy?
Hey, I did not get to hear the announcement, but Dr. Crane tells me that my boy Joe just announced it about my mother on the air. I'm sorry I didn't get to hear it, but I just wanted to call in. Parker told me to call this morning when I called you guys, when I called in on Jake's show. But boy, she's in a better place. It was peaceful, and I'm just thankful that I had the amazing mother that I had. She was an amazing woman.
What was it? Tell us her name. What's her name?
Connie.
Well, Joe,
I appreciate you saying that, Joe.
Sure, man.
Sorry I didn't hear it, but I appreciate that.
Yeah, Clay, we love you, man. We have fun with you and all give each other a hard time, but we certainly feel for you right now, having lost your mom. But 98, that's pretty darn good.
Can I say something? Dr. Crane told me to mention the Super Bowl. So I've got a good name for it.
Go ahead.
Snooze Fest.
Yeah, it was. It certainly
I
was.
mean, seriously, boys, let's kind of switch gears here. I think is that maybe one of the worst ones. I mean, I know some blowouts are bad, but and there's been certainly a ton. We went through a stretch there, back in the day where there was, several in a row maybe, but
Right.
I just thought the first. I mean, New England just couldn't move the football in the first half, and
No,
anyway.
you're right about that. Let me ask you a question though. When you think about your mom, what's the first thing you think about?
Kindness.
Kindness.
That's yeah.
Like every mom, how many times did she save your ass?
Oh no, I mean, you guys know a little bit about me, and we like we said, we cut up, but my mother saved me big time one time back in the day.
Oh, that's what moms do, man. If I had a list of 1 to 100 how many times my mother saved my tail, it would be 1 to 1,000, and I'm not kidding about that. So
yeah.
Well, there you go, buddy.
You, boys.
Yeah, appreciate you, Clay. Thinking
you
about you.
Best.
Yeah, we'll see you, buddy.
Bye.
Always appreciates
Yeah,
Clay for calling in and kind of looking through and again thinking about him and his family during this time. Looking through texts, this is an interesting one. 3509 says Jelly Roll will be the one to close down Old Nissan Stadium. He's skipping the Nashville date on the Post Malone tour.
he is.
Yeah, so that's
Inquiring minds want to know.
Yeah, that's interesting. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, that's in June, that kind of with Post Malone. But
because I know he has said he would love to do the last show there.
So I am thinking that in December, when the last game at current Nissan, when they just go ahead and start knocking it down,
they got to make sure the new one is past inspection, open, ready to go,
and then hammer it down. Okay,
but I would guess by the time they kick off the 27 season, the old one will be gone.
When's the stadium, the new one, expected to open? May of next year?
Yeah, I mean,
it looks done now.
I think it's like it's close to a year from being ready.
Okay, so
and Robert was asking what they're doing with the old stadium. Does anyone know? Yeah, they're going to tear it down and they're going to put in, living area and shops and
if you've been to the Patriot Stadium, it's that same mock-up. It's the stadium, and then around it's entertainment, housing. I mean, they've done
which is what that's a mistake that was made with the current one, that they didn't put. And I know there's a lot of factors there, but like it never made sense to me to not have anything around the stadium. Yes, you can walk across the bridge and go to Broadway and have all that stuff, but why would you not want to have more?
Because they handed Bud all this on a silver platter. That's why I voted against it. Jeff Fisher.
I know.
So call in. Hey, calling again. This time I'm coming to whip your ass.
But I'd love to see that because I'd put all my money on Coach.
I would just go home. See you in a week. I'm not going to come back.
But like with this new stadium, like they should have a lot to do around it. And if you're going to host a Super Bowl, you want to have a lot of that stuff done by the time the Super Bowl comes here. Because like, keep this in mind. And I hope I'm wrong, but we're probably only going to get one.
In my lifetime.
Yeah. I mean, Atlanta, the new stadium has this. They're going to host the second one, right? They've had two, or they've had one.
In that new stadium, the Rams beat the Patriots and Rams.
Yeah. Georgia Dome only got one.
Titans game.
The Titans game. Yeah. So you got to blow it out of the water and hope you can get another one. Jerry's World, I think, has only had one.
Yeah, Packers.
Yeah.
Steelers.
Because they're all going, they're loving the West Coast. Vegas and LA and San Francisco just had their second one. So I mean, you gotta I think their second one.
They did, because Peyton won that back in 2015.
So you really got to show out if you want to get more than one. And to me, you want to have all the infrastructure around the stadium done and open before you have one. So that's why 2030 to me would be a good date.
Give you 2-3 years to do that. Now, your precious baseball team that's coming here, where do you put that? It's a question. Well, I don't know. Where do you put a baseball stadium?
I mean, I would find a place on the East Bank and put it there.
That nasty where that Steiner Lift place is.
Get rid of that. Or
I've heard for years that place is contaminated. You can't put anything there.
I know, but
you move it down where Top Golf is, where Oracle's buying up everything left and right.
I mean, potentially, but I mean, I feel like downtown is where it needs to be. I know people have talked about the suburbs or Murfreesboro or
I ain't driving Murfreesboro for baseball game.
No, and I'll tell you who would fight that would be the Braves.
Yeah,
but like there was an piece of NBA news this morning that this summer they're expected to vote on expansion to Las Vegas and bringing the Sonics back to Seattle. So the NBA is about to expand.
Wow. You know who shouldn't expand?
Who?
Tell you after the break.
Okay, we'll do that next. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Chasing Big Joe on 102.5 The Game. Speaking of George Strait, there's a little George Strait bringing us back. All right, so you say that there's a league that should not expand?
Yeah, I think Major League Baseball should not expand. I mean, the talent level in Major League Baseball after halfway all those teams, 14, 15, 16 teams, are okay. After that, it's terrible.
Yeah.
The Marlins are terrible. I mean, the same teams are terrible every single year. There's no talent. Football will expand, but Goodell was talking about, expansion's an option. Goodell wants one expansion place, and that's London. I'm telling you, he wants an international team.
Well, I think yes, but I think he's backtracked on that a little bit because he's realized if he can get the 18th game, that every team would play a game abroad every year, and that would probably be more beneficial to the NFL than having a franchise in London.
He's on a podcast that I listened to yesterday before the Super Bowl, and it's a familiar voice who hosts a podcast. I can't remember his name now. He talked about that. He's like, everything we do is hand in hand with the NFLPA. Everything that we do, 18 games, expansion, all that. Football's to the limit now where you're adding more because it's money. The talent level is not there.
Yep.
Baseball, the talent level is not there. You can call and argue all day with me if you want, but
I don't disagree with you. I just think, what's the easiest way to make money if you're a league? Expansion fees.
Yeah, right.
You expand. The NHL's done it. The NHL's at 32. NFL's at 32. All right, so let me ask you this, because I think the NFL does expand. They go to 34 teams. Outside of London, where would it give me two cities that make sense?
Salt Lake City.
Yep.
One, and you're gonna hate this. Nobody agrees to this. Birmingham, Alabama.
I don't hate it. The team that's on the East Bank might, but I don't hate it. I think it makes sense. My only pushback to you would be, are Alabama and mainly Alabama and Auburn too big that maybe they wouldn't support?
I think they support football. I think they would support a football team. Now, you know what the largest city in America is without a professional team?
Birmingham?
No.
Okay.
The city's bigger.
Without Louisville?
Nope. I think Louisville deserves a basketball team, an NBA team. I really do.
Yeah.
Great. That
Louisville, I think Louisville or Cincinnati could support an NBA team. All right, hang on now. Largest city without a professional team. This is a great question.
Dr. Crane, do you know without Googling?
Key West.
That's a good one.
Heaven, absolutely. Thank you for that, though.
Man, I don't know.
It's where Max Hers went this weekend.
San Diego? I don't know where he went.
Austin.
Austin, Texas.
Austin,
I take him to the airport, Chase, so I get a little
San Diego has Padres. That's a good one. Austin, Texas.
Now, would Jerry like that?
No.
Would McNair, Cal McNair, whatever his name is?
No, but I mean, how many years do we hear San Antonio getting a team? San Antonio has.
Did they do some study years ago about a team in and like 98% of the cities, like Cowboy fans, are like, we're good.
Yeah,
we're going to cheer for the Cowboys. We don't want that.
Texas doesn't. I don't know. I mean, I feel like Austin. I'd love to know if the city of Austin has a thirst for it, or if they're like, no, we're Longhorns all the way.
We got a brand new arena. I mean, what about hockey for Austin? I think hockey goes to Houston. I think there's a market for that.
I think so too.
But I think with football, I mean, Salt Lake City, Portland for years has been talked about to have a team up there. I mean, what about Fargo, North Dakota? Sell out every game.
I don't think it's big enough.
It's not, but I mean, they love football. They got the dome up there.
I think the NFL. So I think each sport has a city that they feel bad about not working and they want to go make it work. And I think the NFL's is San Diego.
But they got to have there was no state. They would have stayed.
I know.
They voted the stadium down.
I know. I know.
Also, I got a problem too. I think if you lose a sports team, you
I
shouldn't
don't-
get another
I-
one back.
I agree.
So Seattle should not get
Like the fact that
Supersonics back.
the NHL is wanting to go back to Atlanta is just mind-boggling to me.
They've
They've
lost
lost two,
right? Yeah,
the Flames and the Thrashers,
the Thrashers. What a
Yeah.
disaster that
and
was.
like St. Louis. St. Louis should not get another NFL team.
No.
I mean, they lost the Cardinals and the Rams.
Yep, they did. And Seattle should have never lost the basketball team to Oklahoma City. Should have iconic logo. Hell, they won 2 championships in the
Oklahoma
70s.
City is another one for the NFL.
Jerry's not gonna like that.
Nope.
It's too close. That's too.
No, but here's with this conversation, because the NBA, I totally agree. Vegas and Seattle, that's where they're going. The Sonics, one way or another, are coming back. I would watch a situation not too far away from us right now. The Grizzlies' lease is up in, I believe, two or 3 years, and they don't seem like they're getting close in renewing that lease. The owner has no, I think, intention to sell.
I don't even know who owns that team.
He's younger. He's rich. And then I think Peyton and
Man.
Justin Timberlake have a minority piece.
They
in
do.
it as well.
I think Peyton's wife does, doesn't she?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Man, I also go out and clean a kitchen before you get that trade.
I'd watch that because I don't think I don't know if they're going to get a lease done. And people I've talked to kind of feel like I don't know if they're.
Where's that team going to go? Louisville? They ain't coming here. Nashville's not supporting an NBA team.
If you gotta,
The boys at Bridgestone ain't going to want. That's bad English.
I know nothing. I know absolutely nothing.
Then
And somebody might text me and say I'm an idiot for saying this.
Why'd you wink at me then?
I didn't wink at you.
Yeah.
I would just watch the situation, because if you already got the building and you got a tenant in the Predators that run the building that are like, hey, if you're willing to come up here and pay us what we want, we'll make it work. I do think Nashville, they don't support the Grizzlies because they're not here, but I think if the team was here, people would go and people would support it.
Nashville Predators would never allow this. And I got nothing to say about it, but
Well, they wanted a WNBA team.
it's different.
Well,
Completely different.
How is it different? Yeah, one's female, one's male, but I mean,
You ain't. That's your dollar in the summertime. Yeah, they ain't gonna fight for your dollar in the fall and winter.
but Louisville would be a place to watch.
Mhm.
Cincinnati would be a place to watch.
Louisville over Cincinnati.
But Louisville, as somebody texted, said Louisville's broke. They wouldn't do it.
Everybody's broke. They'd do it. They would do it in a heartbeat, man.
Robert Pera, that's the owner of the Grizzlies.
Robert Pear.
Yeah, Pera.
Yeah. What is he? Oh, I gotta look up.
Chase in
Robert
White Bluff says, I would love an NBA team. I'd get season tickets.
Pear. Okay, Chase.
New stadium, east side of the river, Grizzlies coming to Cashville. But look, if this guy has a ton of money and is like, I'll build my own arena, do that.
Okay. It's too much, man. The city ain't gonna handle it. City's not.
What do
gonna
you
handle it.
think? Again, I'm
Spitballing.
I'm spitballing. Do you think the Predators would prefer to share the current building or have somebody come in and build another building, which I think has a 1% chance of happening?
Share the
But-
building.
Right.
That's revenue in their pocket.
Correct.
Because they run the building.
Because they're the main tenant.
I just don't think it would work. I really just don't. I don't.
How it works all the time.
Not here. Not here. This is still Nashville. It's not going to work here.
I disagree.
Baseball's not going to work here right now.
I disagree.
It's
I think
not.
It would be fine.
You're going to go to the
game
game in late July, and you're going to. It's not. It's 81 baseball games you're going to go to. 81 corporate sponsors. The dollar's not going to be stretched every. I don't know what circle you hang out in that has all this disposable income, but a lot of people don't. And they're choosing football.
I hang out in a circle where we all probably spend more than we should, and we just figure it out.
Right. So you're going to spend football, now basketball, baseball, and hockey. We ain't New York City, man. This is not going to work. I'd love for it to. I'd love, but you got to spend a lot of money on football. Then you got to spend a lot of money on hockey. Then you got to spend a lot of money on baseball, and on and on. It's just, and the prices aren't coming down, man. They're not.
By the way, and Dr. Crane, I'm surprised you didn't bring this up, but our good friend Phil says Austin got an MLS team, and I was shamed by not including them when I asked that trivia question.
No, I'm talking the Big Four. I'm not including
people
them.
will include MLS.
Yeah.
I mean, we're a 3-sport town. I mean,
I'm not.
Pro sports, we're a 4-sport town.
Look,
5-sport.
Look at the needle. Is it moving? It ain't moving.
That's your needle.
That's the people's needle.
No, I think. Look, I think
That's what she said.
I think Nashville SC has proven they have a spot at the table.
They do. I'm kidding.
Are they the same spot as the NFL or the NHL? No, but they have their spot.
Okay,
and they have a good fan base, and they're selling out games.
What's the? I was looking. What's the MLS? What's their network broadcast deal like? NFL
Apple TV.
Yeah, Apple.
Yeah.
Okay.
Has that worked for them like they hoped it would?
I don't think so necessarily because they've restructured that Apple TV deal where now it's instead of paying for the season, you're also paying for the Apple TV subscription and the season combined.
Now there are still games on Fox and stuff, right?
They still have the Fox games. I'm not sure if ESPN has any involvement in any of that, but I believe it's just Apple TV and Fox for the most part. And a lot of those games are on FS1.
Are they?
Yeah.
We'll wrap this up coming up next and then get to John McClain because people are texting in on it. Chase and Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game, little Space Jam bringing us back. Chasing White Bluff also points out soccer is bigger globally than any other sport, which is true.
I don't live globally,
But
I
it
live in
is
America.
It is not what it is globally here in the United States.
And never will be.
Yeah, and that's fine. But look, I think it's got its spot for sure. I love going to a couple of games a year at Geodis
Name me a player.
for the Nashville SC.
Mhm.
Hani Mukhtar,
All right.
Sam Surridge.
Sam Surge.
Joe, you name a
Surridge.
player. This is interesting.
Me name a player?
Yeah.
I don't follow the team. I'm not going to name it a player.
Okay.
I get that you love soccer.
There's Jack.
That's fantastic. I love that it looks good for the city. I'm not interested in soccer at all. I'll go to the game and drink beer. Yeah, that's great because I like doing that. But I'm just not into it. That's me, right? That's why I don't like baseball. I'm not into baseball.
That will change.
It's not.
Justin says, I don't give a rip about the NBA, but I would go if they came here or even drive to Louisville before going to Memphis. And I do think, again, you can't base everything on the Grizzlies because I do think there are still people from old Nashville that are like, I ain't going to Memphis. Just like there are people in Memphis that are like, I ain't going to Nashville.
What are the people in Memphis saying? Man.
I
ain't
driving down 40.
Bunch of hillbillies back. I'm not going to do that.
But I mean, it's true. But I would set the odds right now of the Grizzlies moving here or the NBA coming here at less than 5%. But
are you going to go on a Tuesday night to see the Nashville Grizzlies take on the Charlotte Hornets? You're not.
some people will.
Some.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not
But
16,000
again, not everybody. You said that about hockey too. And 16,000 people, 17,000 are going on a lot of these nights.
Right.
Even when they're not good to go see the Preds play.
Nashville's team.
Correct.
This Grizzlies aren't going to be Nashville's team. It'll be a while. And you're
Okay.
going to go see the stars.
Sure.
NBA is a star-driven league.
Yeah.
You're not going to see the Atlanta Hawks, the Magic, the Heat. You're going to see the Washington. I got tickets for the Washington Wizards tonight. You ain't going.
Some people will, some people won't.
But you can't make money on some people will, some people won't. You can't
But
do
again,
that.
17,000 hockey fans are some people.
That's our team. But
I
ain't
understand, but
17,000.
it's
I mean, you
some-
got to win.
Just like, okay, all right, I'll keep using this argument. How much, Dr. Crane, what does Geodis hold? 30?
Roughly 20. It's like 28 and some change.
Okay. What I know the new season's about to start. What were the crowds like last year?
I would say on an eyeball basis, about 20,
20
17.
on average?
Yeah.
And then the weekends are probably higher.
Yeah.
Like anything else. That's
Yeah.
anything.
But
You
but to the point of the Predators and to your point, it being Nashville's team, I have been pleasantly surprised by some of the crowds this year, especially when the team wasn't good. Now they've had a little surge as of late, and everybody wants to go.
Well, it's a difference between the Braves playing the Yankees on a weekend or the Marlins. I mean,
Sure.
it's star. You're going to go
Sure.
see it and the name and everything. And I'd love for it to work. I just don't think 4 teams here aren't going to work. Hell, I don't think 3 here will work. I think 2 works just fine. And there's not a lot of corporate sponsorship beyond that. And you got to have that to bring that in.
What I think leagues like the NHL, the NBA, and MLS have to do is they have to find their fan and bring their fan in. Whereas the NFL in some ways has the luxury of you can get your fan and you can get Joe Schmo and bring him in. But, the Preds, it took a long time to build that fan base. And 2017 helped a lot to do that.
Yeah, I did.
Almost losing the team helped a lot.
All those are salient points.
So I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm seeing this through just Nashville colored glasses and I love my city and I think, yeah, we can support anything.
Again, you got to have corporate support. Where is it? Where is it?
Sure.
Your Titans are going to give up their corporate
No.
partners. Predators sure
how's-
as hell ain't giving it up.
How's Oracle going to factor in? How's Amazon going to factor in? I mean, like all these Nissan. Obviously, we
You
know
think
what
the
they're
Preds are
doing.
going to give up Amazon to a basketball? Oh man, you're looking at a lot of
No,
infighting going
but the
on.
Preds,
Even the Titans.
but the Preds would have a financial reason to want the NBA because they're going to make something off of it in their building.
That's fine, but you're not getting the point of corporate. So if Amazon gives you $44 million a year,
I'm getting the point.
hey, we're going to bring NBA team here. You're going to get 19 million.
But
No. I want my 44 million.
Right, but the Predators would get that as the chief tenant of the building. Is
But-
how I see it.
Okay, but you're also losing $25 million in corporate from Amazon that's giving you.
But you're making that up with whatever the rent for the team is going to be.
Are you? Are you making 25 million up?
You're the one setting the price.
Okay, I'm not buying that price. I'm not going to do it.
Then okay,
All
we're
right.
good.
Then
Then
all
you're
this
not.
is arguing.
Then you're not going to be here
Exactly.
because
and then we lose all this.
Because again, there's not going to be a second arena. As somebody said, like, what about tear down Municipal and build another arena there? That footprint is not big enough to build what you would need to have an NBA team.
What are the Preds starting to do this fall? This
Renovate.
summer? For like a 10-year renovation plan.
Yeah.
Hundreds of millions of dollars.
Right.
Let's go in there.
Right.
I'm just saying the corporate support is not here for that. It's not.
Not
It's
yet.
not here for baseball either.
It's getting there, but not yet. And
Get-
that's fair.
But that's
You have all right. Who are the biggest companies that are in our city right now?
HCA,
Okay.
Oracle,
That have headquarters here.
Oracle, Amazon,
Nissan,
In-N-Out Burger.
Pinnacle. Is that one?
I don't know.
I mean, they're building a bunch of stuff.
Right. I don't know. All right. There's only so much money to go around.
Chasing Big Joe's empire.
That's again, you think I'm giving any of this up?
Yeah. I mean, and I mean, look, Sean Henry's our guy. So.
Right. I mean, for example, tomorrow we're on the road. Where are we tomorrow? Tomorrow, good question, Chase. The Chase and Big Joe show is back on the road Tuesday, live from Flower Express in Rivergate, 1837 Gallatin Pike. Look, it's the old Whataburger building from the 70s. It's a flower shop. Been there for years.
So they were here before.
Highly successful. Yeah.
Okay.
You'll see tomorrow. It's fantastic. Look, guys, Valentine's Day is Saturday, so don't be in the doghouse and forget. Let's get those roses out early and be a hero. Tomorrow, noon to 3, stop by Flower Express in Rivergate, 1837 Gallatin Pike. We're going to have a blast. We want you to be part of that with us. The website, flowerexpress.biz.
We'll talk to John McClain coming up next. 102.5 The Game. Hour number 3, Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game here on this Monday. Super Bowl in the books, the NFL in the books, and we say hello now to John McClain, who joins us from Houston. John, how you doing?
I couldn't be better after that boring Super Bowl, but I like defense. Cover a defensive team here, so I was happy for Clint Kubiak, who I know the family very well, and I was happy for him to win before he became the Raiders coach, and they drafted Fernando Mendoza. And I would have been happy if Vrabel won, but boy, Drake May just had terrible playoffs. I'm glad Matthew Stafford deservedly was voted MVP, because if Drake May had been voted MVP and he was a close second, boy, he spit the bit with one of the worst quarterback performances in the history of the playoffs.
I thought he was seeing ghosts last night, John. It felt like that defense gave him no time, and it got to him.
It looks to me, well, if you think about it, he was sacked at least 5 times in each playoff game. And he set the all-time record, I believe, broke Joe Burrow's record for most sacks. And you're right, he was expecting the pressure. I don't care who it is, Patrick Mahomes, anybody. If you get hit enough and you expect to get hit, it affects your play. And Will Campbell, he's got to go to guard. He was awful.
Yeah. Oh, that was
14 pressures in one game.
Yeah, it was not good. Real quick before we continue the NFL talk, I know the documentary that you have been working on is now available, and want to give you a chance to talk about that.
Well, I appreciate that. We had our premiere 2 weeks ago. It's out now. The producers are working on streaming, theater, and TV. Meanwhile, we have a company that set us up with a site. You go to maddogentertainment.tv, MADDOG, entertainment.tv. It's available for $4.50. I thought it was going to be like $9.95, but $4.50, and it's about high school football in Texas before integration, and it's mainly about stories. And we have people from Mean Joe Green, Kenny Houston, Robert Brazil, Warren Moon, Eric Dickerson, Jimmy Johnson's a big part of it, Jerry Levias, Super Bill Bradley. We have so many former players and coaches covering a period from 1920 to 1970 after LBJ signed the Civil Rights Act in 1964. And the all-white University Scholastic League here absorbed the all-black Purview Interscholastic League. That was ended up in 1970, but it was a labor of love we worked on for 16 months. I did most of the interviews, and I'm very proud of it. It's called The PVIL Story, Separate but Equal, and it's on maddogentertainment.tv. And it's a great historical lesson about a lot of great players, including Titans alums who went on to play college football in the NFL.
What's the time frame, John, of this?
The BVIL was formed in 1920. The UIL was formed in Austin, so it took after the University of Texas. The PVIL, because it was all black, Prairie View A&M, which was Prairie View College, was the all-black school, so it was formed in Prairie View, Texas, which is close to Houston. And it went through 1970, and the stories, the characters, the players, it's eventually we're going to have 4 different parts. We got things planned, like we interviewed 40 people, and some of them were for like an hour or two. And of course, you can't use but a few seconds in a documentary,
right?
Because you want to get as many stories. So at some point on maddogentertainment.tv, we're going to have interviews with like Joe Green, Kenny Houston, Warren Moon, Robert Brazil, Eric Dickerson, Jimmy Johnson. We're going to edit those interviews down to anywhere from 50 to 30 minutes where people can click on them, pay a couple of bucks, and get to hear the entire interview. And we're going to put other documentaries on there, including one we've been working on about high school football in Texas that is like 1950, that we started that back during high school football season. And it is fascinating as well. And now we're kicking around doing another one. I'm an old dog that can be taught new tricks.
Right. Who is generally considered the greatest high school football player from down there? Did they talk about Earl Campbell?
There's a lot of great running backs. Eric Dickerson, Billy Sims, Thurman Thomas, a lot of great running backs. Doak Walker, who are in the Hall of Fame, but there was only one Earl Campbell. And one of the reasons Earl is considered the greatest, of course, he played for the Oilers. He's been up to Nashville as part of the Oilers reunions, is because Earl played at John Tyler High School in East Texas. As a senior, he moved from linebacker to running back. And I got to tell you a quick story. I had just started working at the Waco Tribune-Herald. And the sports editor, Dave Campbell, had been there 40 years, and he founded Texas Football Magazine in 1960, the Bible of Texas football, high school and college, and the NFL, but not so much the Oilers and Cowboys. And I just started there, and he had read the magazine. Every issue comes out in the summer, such a big deal. And he came in, he said, "Would you like to do a story on the magazine?" I said, "What magazine?" He said, "Texas Football." I said, "I'm not good enough to write a story for Texas Football Magazine." He said, "If I think you are, then you are." And I said, "Well, yeah, sure, okay." He said, "Here's a number of a coach at John Tyler High School named Corky Nelson. I'm hearing from a lot of Southwest Conference coaches. They got a linebacker who's being moved to running back who they think's going to be special. So I want you to call that coach and do a story on that linebacker who's going to be a running back as a senior." I said, "What's his name?" He said, "Campbell." I said, "Oh, cousin of yours?" He goes, "Not hardly." And so I wrote the first story on Earl Campbell for Texas Football Magazine, going into his senior year at John Tyler. And they went 15-0. He was a star at every game. Everybody wanted him. Baylor hired his head coach as defensive coordinator, but he still went to Texas, and Baylor finished second. And, of course, he won the Heisman Trophy, and Oilers coach Bum Phillips engineered a trade with the Buccaneers to get the first overall pick, and he drafted Earl. That started the Love You Blue era. He led the league in rushing 78, 79, and 80, and two times they came within one victory over the Steelers and getting to the Super Bowl. And so I think just about anybody would tell you guys Earl Campbell. And I was so happy when that story came out, and all my friends, "Man, I loved your story on Earl Campbell." And when I read it, I realized Dave Campbell, he should have put his name on it. He totally rewrote it. And I told him, "Mr. Campbell, you should have your name on it and it contributing to John McClain." And he just laughed. I didn't tell people he had rewritten my Earl Campbell story for probably 20 years when I had confidence to tell him that I did it. But it made the all 25 anniversary issue of Texas Football. Everybody was so proud of me, especially my father. I never told my father that Dave Campbell rewrote it.
That's great. Real quick, where does Vince Young land on this?
Well, if you were looking at all-time great quarterbacks, Vince is not the all-timer unless you stop it at college. Bobby Lane's in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, wow.
We had Matthew Stafford was a quarterback. There's a lot of great quarterbacks who come out of Texas.
Drew Brees.
But if you talk about Drew Brees, one that strictly for high school, when he came out of high school, he was the top high school player in the country, according to USA Today. And then he won a national championship over USC. You might say for just the two, high school and college, nobody was better than Vince Young.
That is, we look forward to all of that. We'll have more with John McClain coming up next, including his thoughts on the Super Bowl and what's to come in the NFL. We'll do that next. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game, continuing our conversation with John McClain down in Houston. So, John, where do the Seahawks go from here now that Mike McDonald at 38 years old has won a Super Bowl as a head coach with the Seahawks, and they've got a pretty darn good team. I know they got some free agents they got to work on, but still think that this team's pretty good and will be for a while.
First thing they're going to have to do is replace offensive coordinator Clint Kubiak, who did a great job in his first season with McDonald. Also, is he going to take any coaches with him to be coordinators? And Kenneth Walker, it was a break for him when Zach Charbonnet blew out his knee. So he got to get all the carries, and he's playing for a new contract, and he was outstanding. Only the fifth offensive player to be voted MVP without scoring touchdown. And so he was magnificent. And their defense, because McDonald, he's the first head coach to call a defense and win a Super Bowl. And the fact you just mentioned, he's 38 years old. And it's hard to repeat. The quarterback's got to play great, like Mahomes or Brady. One of the things I liked, their defense was playing so great. And Drake May and the offense were so discombobulated and bamboozled. The only way Seattle was going to lose was a pick six or a turnover in their end of the field. The most remarkable stat that I saw was no turnovers in the playoffs. And in fact, every playoff game was outdoors. And Seattle was tremendous. So they were very smart. I thought Sam Darnold did a great job of getting away from the rush. He got a lot of pressure. He forced the ball 2 or 3 times into coverage, but got lucky that it wasn't picked off. And I thought it was a really smart game plan that changed once they got up 9-0, because I don't think any of us thought the Patriots were capable of coming back based on how pathetic they looked on offense. And it's hard to come back and be a champion, but nowadays it's so funny. Defense is taking over where it was offense. So they've got a good thing going there. Plus they got Sam Darnold under contract, and John Schneider is a great GM. And you know, Jody Allen's going to be trying to sell that team, and they say it could go for $9 or $10 billion. And if you buy a team, everybody worries what kind of person is buying a team. If they get a new owner that comes in there and tries to be aggressive, that's what could derail them more than anything.
If they sell for $10 billion, let's say the high end, does that make some other owners go, maybe I should put my team on the market and just see what I could get?
Well, those owners are making so much money. They're all making more than they could spend if they wanted to. They all got planes and yachts and helicopters. You know, their kids are taken care of, their grandkids, their kids. You know, what else do they need? And plus, when you do that, you lose so much to taxes, estate taxes. Most owners now do things before they die to make tax-wise, to make sure the kids who inherit it don't have to sell it to pay the taxes. I know Bud Adams told me that he and Lamar Hunt did that in the early 70s to make sure when it was sold, they didn't have to sell it. A couple of owners put their kids in a position where they had to sell to pay those taxes, and that was very unfair. So you'd think, and boy, $10 billion for the Seahawks, but there's multi-billionaires that got it. There's got to be a small pool, and the NFL has let in some really bad, incompetent owners, and you hope they don't do that with the Seahawks.
John, look at the Patriots. What do they need to do to get back? I know you talked about moving the left tackle into guard. He needs some help there. But overall, I mean, look, it's talked about they had the easiest schedule since, 2007 or 9, whatever it was. What do they need to do to get back, John?
Now, Joe, they're going to be playing at first place schedule. Jacksons have played at the last, let's see, 3 years. Now they go to the second place schedule, which is easier. So it's going to be a lot tougher for them in regular season. I'm guessing everybody will pick the Bills under new coach Joe Brady to win the division. And they've got to, first and foremost, be able to do a better job of protecting May. Their defense is good, but it's got to start up front because their offensive linemen were crushed. And I saw that with the Texans in 2024, in which C.J. Stroud would take the snap and somebody would be on him because they just couldn't block him. They improved this year, but they need to improve even more. So it's got to start with free agents, and they still got a lot of money to spend. And, of course, the draft to try to make sure they have better protection for May.
John, I'm looking at DraftKings, the longest odds to win the Super Bowl next year. Miami and Arizona at plus 20,000. That'd be a hell of a Super Bowl, huh? Miami and Arizona?
Oh, my God. Can you imagine? If they get that far, then something special has happened. I guess Quinn Ewers has turned out to be a seventh-round draft choice to take the Dolphins to the Super Bowl. In Arizona, I don't know who their quarterback's going to be. But you know what? If you'd have put money on the Seahawks before the season, you would have won a lot.
Oh, absolutely. John, how do you think C.J. Stroud rebounds from that just horrible performance in the playoffs?
It wasn't just one. When they went to Pittsburgh and won 30-6, 2 defensive touchdowns, he made some really bad panic plays in the pocket. Now, he made some really good throws. So we all thought, okay, he's got it out of his system. Then he goes to New England and plays the worst game of his career, the second worst game I've seen a Texans quarterback play, Brian Hoyer, in a 30-0 loss to Kansas City at home, had a rating of like 15 and got benched. But Stroud had no fumbles in regular season. He had 2 against Pittsburgh. He had only 8 interceptions in regular season. He had 1. I think he had 2 or 3, including 4, 5. He had a pick 6. Should have had another one. So they'll say all through the offseason, they'll pick up his 5th-year option, and they'll say all through the offseason, oh, man, we're confident everybody will say all the right things. And he could play great during the regular season, but until he gets in the playoffs and shows that he's beyond that, a lot of people are going to hold their breath. The 2 previous years, he played 4 playoff games, including a loss at Baltimore and a loss at Kansas City. And he played well, especially Kansas City. And no sign of what was coming this year. It's inexplicable, but it looked like he got to get his courage back, and they better start by improving their offensive line and their running game.
John, appreciate the time. As always, we'll have a lot of off-season discussion to have starting next week, but should be fun. Another season in the books.
I look forward to it, guys. Remember, MadDogEntertainment.tv. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you, John. John McClain joining us here on the program does every Monday at 2 o'clock. The NFL season officially in the books, and now the page flips to the 2026 season.
Good. I need a little break. I love football, but I need a little time to
little nap.
Get away from it.
I need a nap.
Yeah, you do. Your over-under yawns are at 19 right now.
Yeah, they're pretty good. We'll come back with more here on Chasing Big Joe 102.5 The Game. Chasing Big Joe 102.5 The Game on this Monday. Appreciate John McClain for joining us. Joe, where are we going to be tomorrow?
Thanks for asking. Tomorrow, hey guys, Saturday is Valentine's Day, so don't be in the doghouse. We'll get you good things started early. So tomorrow, the Chasing Big Joe show back on the road tomorrow, live from Flower Express in Rivergate, 1837 Gallatin Pike. Look, it's that old building. It looks like the Whataburger. Inside, there's a beautiful, beautiful flower shop. So look, let's get the flowers out early. Flower Express is going to take care of all of us. Get the flowers out. You'll be a hero. Again, Flower Express in Rivergate, 1837 Gallatin Pike. We'll have a blast. The website, flowerexpress.biz. We're going to put Chase to work making nice little bouquets tomorrow.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
That'd be a
So come
second
by,
career
come
for
see
you.
us. You can get flowers for whoever you want.
Whoever you want. By the way, the Winter Olympics are going on, and there's a game changer that's happening at the Winter Olympics.
Oh, yeah?
And Dr. Crane, you might want to be on this conversation as well.
Okay. Hey, Dr. Crane. How you doing?
Hey, guys.
The drone
Oh, yeah.
has
I noticed that yesterday
Badass.
on the speed skating.
it's all downhill skiing, that drone right behind him. I'm telling you, man, it's revolutionizing how you watch it.
Wasn't there one over Lindsey Vonn when she crashed?
Yep.
Is she okay? Do we know what
I believe she got airlifted to like the local hospital and she got surgery.
Okay.
The knee.
for the knee? Yeah, I hated that.
Man,
For her.
it's awful. But those drones, man, and they were just watching the slalom skiing, which I don't know how you don't rip your knee out after the first one. And that drone was, I mean, and then they do the X Games dudes that fly in the air, snowboarding, I guess it's called. Those guys and girls are badass too. But the drone, man, is really taking it to a next level of seeing it from their angle. And it's awesome.
Yeah. I haven't gotten all the way into things yet. But I'm getting there. Like I watched a little. You were watching some curling earlier. How'd we do?
They beat Italy in the semifinals.
Good.
Which is fantastic.
And I'm glad the whole curling fascination's gone away. I mean, it's like every 4 years, we love curl. We're going to learn how to curl. It lasts for a month because you can't do it. You bust your ass.
I've tried to do it. You and I were both there at the same time doing this, and I got face planted.
It's awful.
Everybody's like making fun of me, like you have no athletic ability. And I'm like, you get your fat ass out here. And
all right. Then you got to put the little booty over your shoe, and it doesn't work. And
I'm
you're
not
sliding
coordinated
everywhere.
enough. I know I can't do it. Like
I couldn't do it either, man. And then you got I mean, look, it's tough to do that, but I'm glad we've moved past that. I'm part of a curling team. And then it lasts like a week and people move on.
See, curling for me is like a mixture of billiards and ice skating. Because like when you try to aim the marble boulder towards the other, you're trying to aim it at a certain angle, like you're aiming for like the side pocket just to get it out of the circular ring. I think that's the most impressive thing about curling. And that's why it attracts me so much.
You know, somebody had to get a point. They make it every Olympic. They should have one average person be in the Olympics just to show the difficulty. Like us three goofballs on a curling team, right? I mean, my goal would be to get that. What do you call it? The curling ball. What's that thing called?
It's like
a stone.
I call it the stone marble
It's
or
a
something.
stone, yeah. And I would just hit that as hard as I could to try to not only take out the other stones, but the back wall. I would shove it as hard as I could. No more. There's no finesse here.
Chase, we had the conversation last week. I think you were doing another LinkedIn thing, but we were talking about the bobsled. It would be you, Joe, myself, and David James. What would that order be inside the bobsled?
Yes.
So we're trying to figure out, like, where do you put?
Well, we want to put the weight towards the back, right?
I think more towards the front because
Oh yeah, that makes sense. All right, well then I need to be. I would say of the four of us, I might be the heaviest.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you seen
probably.
David James lately?
Well,
Have you seen me? So, Dr. Crane, you're going to put you're going to be the last guy to hop
I
in.
mean, he's in the back.
Yeah.
Because you're driving, right?
Yeah, but we all have to like run at the same time, don't we?
Yeah. But the last guy is the one that gives it that final. That's why Herschel Walker was
that's
last.
true. So we need some muscle. That would be Big Joe.
That's right, man. I got all kind
but
I've been doing yoga.
But here's the thing. Let's just be honest for a second.
Yeah.
If we do this, I'm gonna miss the damn sled completely and go down the chute or whatever by myself because my clumsy ass will trip. David James is probably the same way. No offense to David James.
None taken.
Joe will probably see this happening and just say, screw this and not do anything. And then you're left by yourself.
Well, our genesis was we saw the team that messed up. And like one guy's going down, and he looks back, and the other three are like coming down the ice by like bouncing off the wall and everything. And those were things like, oh, we can't do this. But there's no way you could do this. And we talked about the luge. I want to see you do the luge.
That's the
up and over.
Yeah, no.
I mean, there's no way.
He could do it. Y'all both could do
You're
it.
laying on your back going that fast. I'm not doing that.
Close your eyes and pray.
I'm not doing that. Then you go just like a rocket off the top of the sled, the ice. I'm not doing that. What do you call that?
I'm just ready for hockey. I mean, I'm watching women's hockey too, in the U.S. leads Switzerland. I think that's Switzerland.
You're cheering for
1-0.
Yossi?
No,
you better not.
I said the U.S. is leading.
I'm telling you. Are you gonna cheer for Yossi?
No, I'm cheering for the U.S.
Damn straight you are. Now you should do that and pull a Marlboro cigarette out. Put it in your mouth. Smoke in the studio. Yeah. Heck yeah, to do that.
Newports. Any of them.
Yeah.
Whatever's behind the counter.
Non-filtered Winston, like my grandma smoked. Good Lord.
Hey, doll.
That's it.
Patty and Selma.
That's my grandmother's voice. Now shut up. Wheel of Fortune's on.
You know what never made sense to me? And now it just really hit me of how little sense it makes. Why is Marge's voice so raspy? She doesn't smoke.
Maybe it's
Patty and Selma do.
Maybe it's hereditary.
I don't know.
Right? Maybe all that comes together.
But yeah, so I think the men's tournament gets underway Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday, and then Thursday
U.S.
and
I
so
think
forth.
plays Thursday.
Yeah, isn't it like Thursday, like 5 a.m. or something like that?
No, it's their game's during our show.
Oh, okay.
I think Canada is at like 5 a.m.
Canada. What's the one? I mean, we all like. I'm not watching the figure skating. We all watch figure skating. We all. I mean, y'all do. And watching all that.
When does
stuff.
that really get going?
I think they have right now.
Okay.
Like
I watched
figure skating.
I watched speed skating, which was speed skating. You and I would be done in.
There's no way.
I mean, we wouldn't even get started.
I grew up on Eric Heiden in 1980, won the 5 gold medals speed skating, which to me is it's still one of the greatest things of all time. And there's no way. There's no way you could do
Okay, so here's a quick question for both of you. So Lindsey Vaughn and Dylan and Antioch brought this up, and has a right to his opinion. She's 41. She, I think, had retired. He came out of retirement, wanted to do one more Olympics, and unfortunately, it ended. With her getting hurt, and hopefully she's okay. There's some people that are like, get out of the way. You're too old, shouldn't have done it. I don't have a problem with her trying to come back.
Did she? Now, Dr. Crane, you might know that she had to qualify.
Yeah.
You just don't don't get handed a spot.
Yeah, she
beat out the younger people. Do better. Beat her out.
Right. That's my thing.
Right.
I mean, I hate and look, I hate that her story ended the way that it did.
Yeah. What a story of resilience.
I've met Lindsay. She's a very nice person, loves skiing, loves the US. So I mean, I hate to see that it ended this way.
I've met her too.
Good.
No, I've never met her. Saw her from afar. I've got Von Miller's autograph. Does that matter? No, I don't have that. No,
do you have any autographs?
Zero. My brother got me Jack Lambert's autograph when
That's
we lived in
cool.
Hawaii. I was like 11,
Yeah.
12. That was
I still have some from. I have some from before I was in this, and then like I've won a couple of Dale Jr. items at Predators functions for charity that he signed. But
no, I don't. Jack Lambert's the only one.
Yeah.
Dr. Crane's got mine, right?
Yep, and Larry Bird.
And Larry Bird. Did you get Terry Bradshaw's autograph?
No, I did not.
No.
I saw Larry Bird chase, and I was like, I got to get a picture with this guy.
Well, there's a few people that have our autographs from last week, and
Hey,
I didn't
right?
see them on the street. So
A few hell. Well,
Yeah,
a bunch of people come by and say
right.
hi to us. You got Larry Bird's autograph? I
some
didn't
people
know
were
that.
sad they missed it.
We may do it again. It was
may
one
have
night
to do
only.
it.
I don't know.
We might have to do it
We
again.
can do it again. Yeah.
Coming up next, I'll tell you what we are going to do. We're not going to waste time anymore.
No
We got
wasting time.
Celebrity birthdays. What day is it? It's all coming up next. Jason Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Chasing Big Joe 102.5 The Game here on this Monday. Appreciate everybody for tuning in and playing along. So yeah, it's been a good one.
Always a good time, man.
And always a great time is what day is it? And celebrity birthdays.
A lot of fun ones on the list today. National Develop Alternative Vices Day, National Football Hangover Day, National Toothache Day. Kind of goes with Chocolate Day. Everybody loves chocolate, dark chocolate, white chocolate, all that. Clean out your computer day is today. International Epilepsy Day, National Cut the Cord Day, and Joe's favorite, Oatmeal Monday. So Joe likes oatmeal. So
This should be National Cut the Crap Day.
well, it is National Poop Day today.
Oh,
just
good.
Add on to that. Read in the bathtub day. Drop a book and either might zap yourself or lose your book. One of the
I
two.
thought you were going to say drop something.
Yeah, right?
Pizza pie
that
day
too.
to wrap it up. So there you go.
All right. Well done, Dr. Crane. I got to make a little adjustment here because I typed in the birthdays for the wrong day, but we'll go with it. All right. Time for
It's February
celebrity
9th,
birthdays.
in case you were wondering.
You got to get these all within 2 years. Our first birthday up, and we're going to do this kind of a la carte because I'm stupid. First birthday is Chaser. How old is Danny White, former Dallas Cowboys quarterback? Oh, I can get him on anytime. Never had him on. How old's Danny White?
Oh, we've had him on. You just haven't been here. Danny White, I'm going to say is 77.
74.
74 exactly.
Nice.
Dr. Crane, well done. All right, going down the list here. How we doing? Good. Dr. Crane, how old is John Kruk, former baseball player?
61.
64.
65. 2-1. All right, Chaser, how old is Super Bowl winning safety for the St. Louis Rams, Todd Light?
57.
61.
57, dead on. Chaser's up 3-2. All right, Dr. Crane, how old is Vladimir Guerrero? I guess daddy.
Senior. Okay.
Yep.
I'm going to go. Let's see. He's 20 something. 63.
58.
50.
Oh, really? Wow. Okay.
All right. Chaser, how old is Saquon Barkley?
27.
29.
29 exactly. Dr. Crane's up 4-3. You guys are doing good today. I like this. All right, Chase, how old is singer Carole King? The Tapestry album, whatever it's called.
77.
74.
84. Dr. Crane, how old is Joe Pesci? You know what they do to you at the drive-thru? How old is Joe Pesci?
Joe Pesci is 73.
81.
83. It's tied at 4. Chaser, how old is? We're going down these one at a time.
Joe Pesci has one of my favorite scenes, and he barely speaks in it. Thinks he's going to get made. And then he's gone.
Oh, that's
Good
right.
fellas.
How old is Chase actress Judith Light from Who's the Boss?
72.
77.
77 exactly. Dr. Crane's up 6-4. This is good today. I like this. Chaser, how old is actor Tom Hiddleston? He's British, I guess.
Yeah, he's
he's Loki and
he's looking. Yeah.
in your little nerd world you live in.
52.
58.
45.
He's been in other things too.
Dr. Crane, how old is Michael B. Jordan?
42.
48.
39. It's now all right, rapid fire, 6-4. Dr. Crane's up. Chaser, how old is author Alice Walker? She wrote the great book, The Color Purple.
81.
80.
82. Chaser's on the board, 6-5. Dr. Crane, how old is actress Mia Farrow? Used to be married to Frank Sinatra.
81.
82.
81 exactly. 8-5. Dr. Crane, what the hell's going on here? Chaser, how old's country singer Travis Tritt?
Here's a quarter. Call someone who cares.
How about give me an answer?
How about you watch your tone? Travis Tritt is 67.
65.
63. 9-5.
Dang.
Dr. Crane, how old's actress Julie Warner? She was Tommy Boy's girlfriend in Tommy Boy.
62.
60.
61. That's a push. Chaser, how old is actor Charlie Day from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia and from Horrible Bosses?
57.
52.
50. Dr. Crane has hit 10
Mm.
for the first time ever. It's 10-5. Dr. Crane, how old is lead guitar player Richard On of OAR?
64.
Let's get the answer out front.
48.
He is 47. 10-6. Let me see if we got one more here. We've run down these all to the end, and I'm being told that Alice Walker's no longer with us. Okay.
Oh.
Well, I'm just going by my list here. One more. See if Dr. Crane can beat it. Dr. Crane, how old is actress Sharon Case from The Young and the Restless?
71.
74.
55. One more, Chaser. Singer Joe Ely, E-L-Y. Joe Ely.
61.
65.
79. Dr. Crane, you win 10-6, buddy.
How old's
Wow.
Willie?
I'm going to say Willie is 55.
That's what I was going to guess. 55.
I'll go. Well, Price is right. 56.
He'll be here in a little bit. Well, he comes
Maybe
in
54, but yeah, 56.
50.
Okay.
All right, I'm 55. I'll say 55.
Well, happy birthday to Willie.
Happy birthday, Willie. Dr. Crane's got your he's going to pop out of a cake for you later on,
Sure.
right?
Happy
I put
birthday,
some
Willie.
sweets in the kitchen. He can have those.
You found the bottom of your drawer.
I did.
These are for
Hey,
Willie.
you want to clean them out after the first of the year. So that's
right.
that is what we're doing tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow we're going to be at Flower Express in Rivergate, 1837 Gallatin Pike. Stop by, guys. Look, Valentine's Day's on Saturday. Don't be in the doghouse. We're going to get your flowers sent out early, so you will be a hero. Again, stop by Flower Express, Rivergate, 1837 Gallatin Pike. We'll have a blast. We'll be there from noon to 3 tomorrow. It's the old Whataburger building, but inside is a beautiful, beautiful flower shop. The website, flowerexpress.biz.
Hey, real quick, 8961 says, hope this is Chasing Big Joe. It is. Got your autographed picture last week at the Omni. My only other and more favorite autograph is Pat Fisher, who signed my Redskin hat at FedEx Field a few years ago. He was only 170 pounds, but hit like a sledgehammer. So, well, we're glad you got our picture.
Yeah, there we go.
That is going to do it for us today.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you for that. That made our day right there. Hey, again, our message as we're always in the show is mental health for our men out there. If you are struggling, please reach out, talk to somebody. Please go to therapy. Again, we tell you all the time, you don't have to go through this alone. So do things, get out and be vibrant and know how much you're loved, how much people think about you, how great you're doing. Think of all that we've been through in the last week and your life. You know what? You're still here. You are still here. God's got a great plan for you. So please know that. Please know how much that we love you here at the radio station. And please know more than anything else in this world, how much God loves you.
Peace, love, rock and roll. Thank you for participating. Thanks for hanging out with us. As always, we'll talk to you tomorrow at noon. But DVD is coming your way next with full Super Bowl reaction here on 102.5 The Game.